students of 10th standard. We were doing lesson number 4, that is India and its art, or history of Indian arts. Today we will do page number 27. I am going to explain only the main topics, and you have to read the textbook also. Now listen. The Kushana king made use of images of various deities on their coins. Iconography rules were formulated. The art of making bronze images was developed under the patronage of Chola kings during 9th to 13th century. They made idols of bronze of goddess and goddesses like Shiv Parvati, Nataraja, Lakshmi, Vishnu, etc. Then architecture and sculpture. There are a numbers of rock cut caves in India. The tradition of rock cut caves originated in India in the 3rd century. The paintings on the wall and ceiling have survived in some of the world still today. The rock cut caves at Ajanta and Valor in Maharashtra were declared as World Heritage in 1983. Now, in those days, in the Kushana period, they were using the metals, and on the metals they used to carve or make the idols of goddesses and god. They use the bronze metal. Then they also cut the rocks in the caves, and there are paintings in the cave inside. Now Ajanta and Valor in Maharashtra, it is situated near Aurangabad. Okay. Now the temples. Now here you can see the temple. The temple architecture in India began to develop around 4th century during the Gupta period. Okay, and the temples, they had different shapes. Now here, that is the Nagara style. Okay, Nagara style means it had a triangular shape. The bottom was very broad and the top was pointed. Okay, now these temples, the temple architecture in India had reached its peak by the 8th century. The Kailash Temple of Valor, this is also in Maharashtra. The Nagara style of North India and Dravida style of South India are the two principal style of Indian temple architecture. The Visara style, the Bhumija style seen in Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra has a close resemblance to the Nagara style from the structural point of view. Okay, now see, you can see in the figure different shapes are there. Yes, now I will explain you about the next page, that is page number 27. Now see the Gundeshwar Temple, Sinnar. Okay, now this temple is also in Maharashtra. Okay, now in the above box you see temples in Maharashtra built in 12th to 13th century are known as Himapanti Temples. The outer walls of the Himapanti Temples are built in star shape. In the star-shaped plan, the outer wall of the temple has a zigzag design. This results into the interesting effect of alternating lights and shadow. The important characteristics of Himapanti Temple is its masonry. The walls are built without using any mortar by locking the stones by using the techniques of tenon and mortise joints. The Gundeshwar Temple at Ambernath near Mumbai, then Gundeshwar Temple at Sinnar near Nashik, Ondha Nagnath Temple in the Hingoli districts are a few fine examples of the Himapanti style. Their plan is star-shaped. The Himapanti temples are found at several places in Maharashtra. You can see the temple over here. Now, down page you go. In the medieval period, under the patronage of Muslim Sultanate, many styles of architecture such as Persian, Central Asia, Arabian and pre-Islamic native Indian styles were blended together, creating the Islamic architect of India. Many beautiful places or buildings were created. The Qutub Minar at Murali, New Delhi, Taj Mahal at Agra, then Gol Gumbaj, okay, at Bijapur in Karnataka are the world famous examples of the Islamic architect of India. The constructions of the building Qutub Minar started during the reign of Qutbuddin Aibak, 12th century, and was completed in the reign of Altmash, 13th century. Qutub Minar is the highest minaret in the world. It is 73 meters, 240 feet in height. The Qutub Minar complex of building has been declared as a World Heritage. Now you can see the Qutub Minar, which is in Delhi. Now, the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan built Taj Mahal in the memory of his queen Mumtaz Mahal. You must be knowing well about the Taj Mahal, isn't it? The Taj Mahal is looked upon as the paramount example. Okay. Now we'll go to the next page. The Gol Gumbaj. Now here you can see the Gol Gumbaj. Now this is the tomb. Tomb means the king died, and inside this tomb or the building the king is been buried. Okay. Now if you stand nearby or on top of that Gol Gumbaj and if you clap, the sound can be heard everywhere. Okay. Now listen. The Gol Gumbaj at Bijapur in Karnataka was built in the 17th century. This grand building house is the burial of Muhammad Adil Shah. Okay. This Gol Gumbaj, it is the burial of King Ahmad. Okay. That is Muhammad Ali Shah of Bijapur. Inside the dome, after which the building is named, there is a round gallery. Even a slight whisper by a person standing in the gallery can be heard everywhere. And if someone claps from here, echo can be heard many times. Okay. Now down you go. A new architect style arose in India is known as Indo-Gothic architectural style. Buildings like churches, government office, residence of top officials, railway stations were built in this style during the British period. See here, this is our VT. In olden days, we used to call this VT station. Now it is named as Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Railway Terminals. Now we'll go to the next. I'll teach you later.